Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the opportunities and threats in international market. First, we are going to discuss about the domestic marketing versus international marketing. Domestic marketing means the marketing which is done within a country is known as domestic marketing, whereas international marketing means the marketing which is done across the national boundaries, which touches the customers in other countries known as international marketing. And there are some differences between domestic marketing and international marketing, which are mentioned in our textbook. They are: the first one, scope. The scope of domestic marketing is limited, whereas in case of international marketing, it has more scope. And the benefits in domestic marketing are very less compared to the international marketing. And the sharing of technology. Domestic marketing is limited in the use of technology, whereas international market allows us to use the latest technology. Political relations. Domestic marketing has nothing to do with political relations, whereas international marketing leads to improvement in political relations. Barriers. In case of domestic marketing, there are no barriers, but in case of international marketing, there are many barriers such as language, currency, tradition, customs, cross-cultural differences, etc. Then next differences are: disease risk can be identified and assessed, but in case of international marketing, it is difficult to identify the risks involved. Then the communication and control are immediate and direct in case of domestic marketing, and in case of international marketing, it is not direct. It means international communication and control might be difficult. Then in case of domestic marketing, the domestic firms will get the relative freedom from government, but in case of international marketing, government may influence the company's plan, and business laws can be easily understood in case of domestic marketing, whereas it is difficult to understand foreign laws and policies in case of international marketing. Then functions of international marketing. There are six functions of international marketing. They are analytical, research, production, control, administrative, and sales distribution. So first, they have to analyze the causes of entry into foreign markets. So for that, they have to conduct environmental analysis of international marketing, then analyze the selection factors of international marketing strategy. Then Then research, study of factors affecting on methods of penetration to foreign markets, research and evaluation of strategies for entry into foreign markets, research of level of standardization and adaptation of marketing solutions to external markets. Then production, organization of production of goods in accordance with the requirement of foreign markets. Then they have to control the marketing activities of foreign markets. Then the administrative function, they have to develop the concept of internationalization of the company on a foreign market, management of enterprises on a foreign market. Then sales or distribution function, organization of international distribution channels. They have to organize the different international distribution channels and the creation of marketing communications in the international market. So these are the major functions of international marketing. In short, we can say that deciding the entry strategy, selection of market and products, choosing channel of distribution, designing a pricing policy, developing a proper marketing communication structure, clearing the procedural roadblocks, designing the suitable organizational adjustment, getting insight into the sensitive area for entry, which means the international firms have to cope up with the cultural environment prevailing in each international country. So in each country, they have to adjust their businesses according to the international market. So these are the major functions of international marketing. Then problems in international marketing. The first and important problem in international marketing is the tariff barriers. Tariff barriers, we all know that these are the restrictions made by the country to restrict the import of goods. Then the administrative policy, bureaucratic rules and policies which makes the international marketing more difficult. Then diversity, each country has its own culture and preferences, so it's difficult to expand our marketing to other nations too. Then political instability. We know that this in political instability means the changes or the sudden and significant changes in the policies or conditions of the country, and it will lead to more frequent switches of policies and creating volatility, and at last it will negatively affect the macroeconomic performance, which means it's difficult to withstand in that country. Then the place constraint. Then flexible exchange rate means, which means the unstable exchange rate, and the different norms and ethics which prevail in different countries, terrorism and racism, the global warming, the ecological changes which also affect our international marketing, then calamities which includes both natural as well as man-made disasters will affect our international marketing. Is an important issue in international marketing. The differences in currencies, weights, measures, etc. Then economic crisis, which sometimes the foreign companies have to face. Then unstable government, the logistics, which includes the transportation problems, then the corruptions. So these are the major problems in international marketing. There are major opportunities in Indian companies in international market. The first opportunity is the growth in international trade. There is significant growth in international trade. Second one is the removal of cross-border trade restrictions since 1990. We know that with the implementation of globalization and liberalization, we have removed many cross-border trade barriers. Then the large scale production. Due to large scale of production, the Indian companies can enjoy economies of scale, which in turn increase in buying power, which helps to gain greater efficiency and lower prices. And we have huge masses, and also we have while manufacturing a lot of goods, we can reduce the unemployment. By producing in large scale, we can reduce unemployment. It will provide more job opportunities to many people, which in turn helps in specialization. By utilizing the competitive advantage, each country can specialize in a particular area. And revenue generation is another opportunity for the Indian companies in international markets. The skilled labor is another strength for us, which means access to potential employees with skills, and there are higher foreign investment opportunities there. Global presence makes company an international company and thereby improve its reputation. So it's able to get greater reputation, then diversify the company market. It helps to diversify the market presence and the early entry opportunities. By early entry in a market, and company can achieve a great market share, which means can capture giant market share. India's largest So these are the major threats of Indian companies in international markets. Threats can be classified into internal threat and external threats. Internal threats include lack of skilled labor, the cultural differences, strong vision and credentials, which means Indian companies should have clear plans for the future. An image of India. At first, Indian companies have to improve the image of India by producing the quality of quality products. Then the capital crunch, insufficient capital, indigenous business, and autonomy to local managers, the political instability, the inflation troubles, lack of technologies for Indian companies, and the small domestic companies could not able to fulfill the international standards, which means they are not able to meet the global standards. So these are the internal threats and challenges. And external threats includes the liquidity shortage, liquidity problems, the regulatory matters, which means the problems in laws and rules, the managing mergers and acquisitions, slower economic growth, then unstable exchange rate system, intense competition, unstable political and legal environment, the liberalization problem, raising the material prices, and the complex intellectual property issues, and the price competition with terrorism. These are